Look at that. There's an altar. What is this an altar of? Oh, hello, friends. This is Cold Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Dredge, where we're at the photographers and ready to keep exploring this little no man's land here. I want to check out specifically this chain of islands here. I guess that's still technically the Marrow. And we got a shipwreck here. Is it a fake shipwreck or a real shipwreck? Because now I'm on the watch for mimics. That could have been absolutely been just a one-off jump scare. The one from before. Research part, thank you. What was this? Yeah, it's just silver trinket. A tarnished silver bauble looks valuable. Yeah, panic's rising a bit. Whoop, okay. You know what? Let's take advantage of our new thing. Manifest. Or maybe we look at this fish. But this is oceanic. I have no room for this. Let's just... Nope. Yep, we're manifesting. I don't know what the downside of it is. I guess the downside is it really raises our panic meter high. It seems like it does, and that's like a permanent thing. Like, we have to do this really when we're going to rest. Oh, take a look at these trinkets. What do you have to say? What trinkets? Oh, yeah, don't bother. Yeah, go to the trader. Okay. I thought you'd be excited by trinkets. No, I guess not. We'll put another research part into the large crab pot. I don't really intend to get it, but I want to unlock the next two. So we got complex, which lasts for 7 days, 3 per day. Or massive, 7 days, 2 to 3 per day. I'm in a bit of a pickle right now where I forgot my crab pots over there, and I think maybe I'll leave them there. But no, the big mouth one was good. I don't want to go back there just to pick up my crab pots. Let's just go sell our trade-in items. Shoot, no! I can't believe I've done this. This is the second time I've done that coming out of friggin' Blackstone. Okay. Oh, and Manifest has a cooldown. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to use it right now, but I didn't notice that it had a cooldown. Next upgrade, I think, will be for engine and light space. So light space, we'll start with. You know what? I will go get my crab pots. I'll book it there, I'll get my crab pots, and then I'll warp back here and keep exploring the isles. Or I'll at least get the big mouth crab pot. Hey, we finally got a shark aberration. This is a bloodskin shark. Tendons and sinews stretch over the fins of this bloodied predator. Powerful jaws are clad in exposed muscle. Yeah, that looks like a strong boy. Ah! Though I almost had the trophy there. I blew it. I know money isn't, like, the biggest thing for me right now, but, like, that would have been a lot. Yeah, 271 for that. Look at that. Dude, the shark, unsurprisingly, the whalers they sell for quite a lot. I'm up to over $2,000 right now. Whew. So can I use Manifest now just to start the day closer? Oh, dimensional bypass. What is that? Traverse a long distance using Manifest. I did so. Good. And now I'll end the day here and start the next day actually looking for new stuff. What is oh, this is where I found the photographer stuff. Right. And so I kind of have already explored these islands, I just forgot about it. Curious looking chest is half submerged in the sand. Is that a map? Small scrap of paper. Huh. With a line drawn on it. This is a map. Maybe, or it's a drawing. Maybe I'll find other drawings and begin to be able to piece them together as I go. That sounds likely. Is that a oh, abyssal. I don't know how rare these are going to be, but for now, I'll still mark them as, like, treasure. What are you? I? Okay, so there's metal here. Is it just metal? And a bag of doubloons. And I am in trouble. Let me get to the research outpost before it gets too late. Oh, look at the jellyfish. Are you friendly or are you deadly? Oh! Shh! Something slithers into your cargo. Aurora jellyfish. You've infected my snapper. That's kind of awesome. Is that always... Does this always infect stuff? No, it just pops. What does that do, though? Maybe that was the only fish I had, so maybe it would infect it otherwise. Broken spectacles, not much of use to anyone in this state. I'll bet it... maybe it raises my panic, too. I didn't look to see closely enough. All right, let's take a look at these. So this is the research outpost. We stopped here briefly just to rest. Laboratory generator. An old generator sputters and ticks over. And laboratory. In ruins with equipment and research papers strewn about. Oh, let's start with the cupboards. We got a research part, unsurprising, to find here. I wonder what happens if we leave the infected fish in our inventory. Inspect the equipment on the table. Some strange-looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them now. On the other side is a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect immediate retaliation imminently. Evacuating to fort." Concerning. I'll have to come back here, though. You look around on the floor. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along to the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one, which is not something I would usually do, but I guess my character is into it. You pluck a research part from the gouge in the floor. All right. It's late, and we haven't cleared the whatever is going to draw the version, whatever is an anglerfish here yet. Again, I want to keep this infected thing in my inventory to see if it turns into a... maybe it'll turn into an aberration while it's in there. Let's rest. Now, let's do the trawl net for here, because I think we're in an area that might be able to use this. All right, so we're doing the mangrove trawl net. Wait. Oh, this is the page we got. I have not written in a few days. I've been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink has run from some lines here and they're illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up... This is the casket again. They came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled down onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down into the open casket, then turned to me. In his eyes, I saw the void. Mistakes were made, and they were the one who made them. We got an Aurora jellyfish. Wait, when did we get that? Oh, we must have gotten it in our trawl. Illuminating the netherworld with a dull glow. With few predators, this species is spreading rapidly. It's beautiful. And not in a horrifying way, just in a beautiful way. All right, there's some other places here. Let's go straight for this X marker, though. I don't like how active that wiggling is. There's a lot of things I like in life, and that's not on the list. The active wiggling... Ah. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? We just rested. Don't grab me. I hate that. No! Hadel. This is Hadel. Oh, God. I see that frigging, like... Yeah, I don't need to experiment. I know what that is. That's the Sarlacc. We found the Sarlacc. Like, I don't need to intentionally die. I'm going to encounter that at some point. I don't want to go just yet. Let's keep exploring. Because I don't want to just die intentionally to see the cool stuff. Like, I want to try to survive and navigate this a bit better than that. What is this? A destroyed resort town? Research part, thank you. Cloth, I'll leave that alone for now. Yeah, a lot of salvage available here. And there was I saw the sparkles here. Is there a dog barking? There's a skinny brown dog leaping around in the shallows. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some silvery small fish. Its technique is ineffective. Disembark, save this thing. You jump off the boat into thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. Throw some fish towards the dog. You throw some scraps into the water near the dog. It pounces at the splash and swallows seawater. Call for the dog? The dog wags its tail briefly but doesn't move. Slowly approach. You wade towards the shore. As you get near, the dog backs up a little ways. It sits. It sits. So now there's a new option. It sits. Pat the dog? You're too far away to pat the dog. Disaster. Throw some fish. You throw some scraps which land in the sand. The dog eats them along with a mouthful of sand. Poor puppo. Call for the dog now. You make soft, encouraging noises and the dog cautiously approaches. It stops just out of your reach. I think hold out some fish in your hand. You hold out some fish scraps in the palm of your hand. The dog approaches slowly but soon begins licking at them. This is the best quest. Pat the dog. You reach out and gently pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand and it seems to understand you're not a threat. Pat the dog once more. You pat the dog, it seems to be enjoying it. Keep petting. Keep petting. We're just... This is what we're doing now. This is the video game. Alright, we'll leave. You make your way back towards the boat. As you're wading out, you hear the sloshing of four legs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head questioningly. Shoo it away. Just kidding. Do you think I'm a monster? Let it follow you. You continue, this time with the dog alongside. Its tail is wagging so hard it beats the water into a froth behind it. If a tentacle comes out of the dog's mouth, I'm going to be mad. When you get to the boat, you turn around to pull the dog on board. A stray dog. It's curled up asleep, opening an eye occasionally to watch you move around the boat. If something hits me and damages the hull where the dog is and the dog falls overboard, I'm restarting the game. I'm restarting from my last save. I don't care. You lift the dog onto the deck. It walks around briefly, before curling into a ball and looking up at you. Maybe you could find this dog a more permanent home. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're absolutely cooking with gas. Look at this sunken, look at this ocean liner down here. Okay. Anchor flag. An orange flag bearing the symbol of an anchor. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what this dot is over there, because that's probably these are rest points, I think. Ooh, we got an aberration first of all. First thing. This is a coral grouper. No, it's not an aberration, it's just a new fish. Commonly found hovering above offshore reefs, this large fish ambushes smaller fish that dare leave the protection of the coral. We're not going to keep fishing because it's pretty late and we don't know this area. But I will go for the black dot. Who is here? Starlight Pontoon. Oh, is the traveling merchants here? Good to see you again.
Oh.
Hey again, come by for a chat. What do you think of Stellar Basin? What beautiful crystalline water. It's a shame I can't take my boat much further in. I've run aground on the coral a few times. Have you checked the abandoned resort to the east? Pretty impressive. There's probably some decent salvage to be had there. I have checked it. Kind of amazing how quickly it all falls to ruin without people to maintain it. In a few years, these pontoons will probably go the same way. That's just the way of things, I guess. Very philosophical.
Oh.
Buy my fish. Do you want to buy my... The condition doesn't change for the red snapper. For the infected snapper, it's not getting staler. I'm going to hold on to that. Here, I'm going to sell the dog. Just kidding. Sell the coral grouper. And a lot of these things are not really... Oh, where we have a bunch of these fish here. And I love how they're all kept fresh. Put our new piece of metal into the new light spot. Purchase upgrade. I don't know if this will be worth it really, but we have the extra space here. So we'll put the cloudy lens into here and increase our vision by, what is it, by 20 meters, 750 lumen. Not nothing. Pursuits. Find the lost dog a home. Yes. Catch rare fish. Why are some quests blue, I wonder? I don't know the color the system means. It means they're more important, certainly. But that's about all I know. So this is the new thing, the new hotness, is this silk filtering trawl net. Currently we can only filter from coastal stuff. This would let us filter from mangrove and shallow. I mean, let's try it. This only lasts for 2 days. How much does this last for? Oh, this lasts for 2 days also. Yeah, let's try it. And so now we'll just start fishing and exploring this area. Barracuda. This ferocious fish is capable of great bursts of speed and hunts by biting its prey clean in half. Yum. You know what? Even before we go too much farther, I'm also going to look for the next circle in case that's a spot where I can put the dog down. Not put the dog down, like drop the dog off, I should say. We got, this is quite a bony looking fish. What is this? Consumed grouper. Once dazzling skin, now bleached and eroded, it barely resists, relieved at a final end. Ah, the poor thing. The dog barks when you move it. Is that a castle? That's the fort. They were just talking about the fort, and this looks oceanic. We got a hammerhead shark. Okay. Petrus o'clock, welcome. Coral grouper, you can go for the moment. Oh, that's not even enough. Huh. How do we clear? We're clearing out this middle space, I think. Oh my gosh, how do we even do this? Maybe that's the space we want to clear? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, what's at the fort here? Old fortress. Researcher. Hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? I'm nobody, but I'm a fisherman. Ah, yes, I thought you had the look. But a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. I could do with your help if you had the time. Yeah, what do you... Give me a quest. I need help collecting samples to study. I originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. Yeah, I figured you're that person. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost, but now it rests at the center of the basin. I fled here and have been making do as best I can, but I had to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. So you need some specimens. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect them all. Yeah, so some of these I know. So nightfish, I've trawled for it, and the glowing octopus in the shallows. This dog needs a home. Do you want it? A dog? Oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog licks her chin in response. What a good boy. I could definitely take this off your hands, and I love the company. Are you sure? Yeah, you should take the dog. I love the dog, but it is not a safe place to be on my boat. Even if there were no monsters out there, I crash into shit all the time. Oh, thank you. We're going to be such good friends. He could be my assistant. He's got a bone, I think, or he's got... I don't know what he has in his mouth. A wrench? A plunger? Suddenly, the dog stands upright and begins to retch. Its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. Treasure. Oh, that's interesting. I suppose that's yours if you want it. Thank you. What a good dog. Sapphire ring. I can clean up the rest. Don't worry about it. Pursuit resolved. Non-rhetorical question. Are there other ways to resolve that? Could you have given the dog to somewhere else? Like, would the dog have a different outcome if you bring it to, like, Greater Marrow? I trust it more with more here than with... Well, no, I trust it more than, like, with the fishmonger or the mayor or anyone. Yeah, hammerhead shark. A large shark species with an iconic silhouette. Good way to put it. Incredibly good eyesight for hunting. How do we get... Can we actually get the angler itself? It's from Abyssal in Stellar Basin. I'm really curious what this will lead to, but I don't want to rush it. No, it's probably okay to rush it. We could go for a large trawl net. 12 per day, 3 days, 8 by 8. Coastal and shallow, not for mangrove, but pretty good otherwise. Do we even have the space for the twin jet engine drive yet? We do have the space for it. Let's go for the twin jet engine drive. I think that'll be my next thing. Oh, hello again. What do you need? About the specimens you're after. Oh, are you going to give me a... No, you're not going to... I thought you were going to be like, find this, try at night or something, but no. Tell me about yourself. Okay, I don't think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Iron Haven College. What a badass college name. It was a struggle. Also, shouldn't C be capitalized in college? There were no other female students in the department that year, or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know? You probably don't. I don't. I know of it, but I have not experienced that myself. When I graduated, I managed to land a job at the Northern Biological Research Society, and, well, I was posted here, by myself, not by yourself anymore. And when does this take place? This takes place in, like, the 20s, right? Like the late 1920s? What sort of creature attacked you? Well, I got the sense it was attacking the research outpost itself, rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machines running there, all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any marine species I've studied. Attacked with tentacles, so I guess some sort of octopus or squid, or an anemone. One of my research vessels was moored back around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away in that while it was tearing apart the front. There was a lot of valuable data and mine equipment left there, but I'm not going back. I can't. I won't face it again. Very understandable. You're smart and you will live. Noticed anything else unusual since you arrived? Now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with the attack, so easily distracted, and having to rebuild here, I'd almost forgotten. I found these letters from my sister. She'd sent them to me while I was studying before she... The researcher is quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, so did you study with her? No, you would have mentioned that. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets, in my sampling tubes. Wait, what? There were letters I'd never seen before, but they were in her writing, in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened after she died. I can't... That is spooky as hell. I'm like legitimately have goosebumps from this. Let me read that once more. After the attack, she found letters from her sister. She died. She kept finding new ones. They would turn up in her collection nets. So I was thinking before, like, so yeah, even if the fog stuff is pure madness, like that there's not actually krakens. Clearly there's a kraken there, but like the fog was not related to that. The fog was like actual kraken. The fog was like hallucination krakens. They have an actual impact on you. They leave physical traces behind, like just they hurt the ship, that sort of thing. And just as here, there's physical manifestations of whatever this fog is for her too. What do we get? We got a message. We're engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. This is going to end well. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time, waiting and hoping. Sometime past midnight, we were going delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep. The aurora shimmered into the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said or what I said, but I know I said yes. The ring is beautiful with a span of jewels going the right way around. I can't take my eyes off of it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this date under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days. But I feel this news is significant enough to warrant spanning multiple entries March 6th and 7th. That's adorable. Too bad you're all dead. Probably. What are those? Warp pipes? Or is that... Coral doesn't have circular shapes, does it? I guess maybe it does. Crown of Thorns. Look at this. It's a special starfish and a blue crab. Blue crab, also known as swimmer crabs, these colorful crabs have two flattened legs that act as paddles, allowing them to swim very effectively. That's right, crabs don't seem like they could swim well otherwise. Crown of Thorns. With many heavily spined arms, this starfish is extremely hardy. It's a destructive pest and not worth selling? Really? It sells for $12. Yeah, this is not really super... Not doesn't sell very well, but I'm glad I found it. Can I interact here? Yes. Waves lap at a pile of flotsam collecting at the beach. Nestled in the center is a wooden chest with, ooh, a much bigger scrap of map there. Plus sapphire earrings, hooped earrings, each blaring a splendid sapphire, and some more doubloons. So what does this map say? A large scrap of paper with some shapes drawn on it. In one corner is a compass symbol. So we can match this up with the paper we have, but that's in storage right now. I mean, we can risk checking out the blue lights here. God, look at that. Look at those beautiful squids. Firefly squids. Can I turn in one specimen at a time? Yes, I can. Let me bolt out to this northwestern island here for a sec. And for a sec, I mean probably the whole day. Also, this trawl has been useless. I think I probably need this for the Twisted Strand, not for the Starlight Pond, not for the Stellar Basin. Shapes in the deep. This looks different. A fancy boot. A large and sturdy-looking boot. Waterlogged leather straps are laced through shiny metal clasps. Why is there a boot here? Just randomly wash up? I think that's it. This is just the boot island. That's all it is. And I'm not going to look here. This looks like it's part of the Twisted Strand, really. I'll come to that in time. We got a hammerhead shark incoming. Do we have room for it? We'll make room. A gazing shark. Huge bulbous eyes move about on large fleshy stalks, siphoning energy from its body. Its search is not over. Its search is over now. It's in my truck. My truck. It's in my boat. I'm predicting $250 for this. Maybe no, $350. I'm predicting $350 for this. $452. Thank you. So, these are two pieces we have now. Let's see if we can put them together. That. Is it this thing? I think it's that. I think that fits pretty well. Maybe? That fits even better. Alright, so what do we see that looks like this? That has that, like... That has the little scrotum at the top right of that square. And then two small things. Here? I mean, it could be this. It seems likely it's this. It seems likely it's referring to this spot between the old fortress, but I don't know. Maybe I have to... Because I thought it was there. And there's a small island to the top left of that. Is there a small island to the top left there? Yeah, so it's definitely this. It's pointing me that way, but I don't know Maybe I need the whole thing before I can do anything with it. All right, let's, you know what, let's head out tonight here. And we'll check around the other side of this basin. Maybe we'll even catch some nightfish. Look at that, there's an altar. What is this an altar of? Oh, frick! They got me again. I'm so mad at myself. I was going to say, that doesn't look like any fish that I've actually seen. And now we know why. Or like, yeah, the glowing mark on it didn't look like any fish I'd seen. So what happens if... Now I have some of these on board. What happens if I pop this? Will it infect something? It does infect something. So what happens if I try to sell the infected thing? Like, we've sold one of them before. And will it infect others next to it? I wonder if I could see the thing in the deep under any better now that it's nighttime. It's gorgeous, God. I mean, I don't want it killing me, but as long as it doesn't kill me, it's quite pretty. Sickly stench rises from your cargo hold. So it does infect stuff next to it. Now the next thing I want to test, because I don't care about the cost of these things that much, is does it infect stuff that's not touching it? And this seems to be where that map was likely pointing again, but I don't know what to do with that info. There's nothing I see here. Alright, let's just rest for whatever is left of the night. Now, what if we take a risk? What if we see if we can avoid the net long enough to get whatever the red X is? Again, this isn't a... This is something I actually have some minor hope for succeeding. Look at this. Sheep in the deep. Yeah, let's dredge this. Oh, yeah. So... question is, where is that red X? Let's bolt. Let's see if we can bolt past this thing. It doesn't immediately go for us. It has some wind-up time. Not much wind-up time. Alright, so let's see if we can find it with the spyglass. What are we actually going for? These are all Hadal. I cannot access Hadal stuff yet. Dredge over there. I see the red. I see the red there. So I need something to access Hadal stuff. That is good to know. Can I blow this up? I'll bet I could blow this up. I need some explosives, and I'll bet I can get to whatever that is. Oh, that's refined metal. This is a stone hums quietly thing. I did not notice that before. We explored this island, right? We saw that there was nothing on this island? Or am I mistaken? I don't remember if we explored this southern tip here. Maybe we didn't. Are you the real deal? You're a real one. A slab of rock cuts above the waves. There are 4 large, powerful fish shapes carved on its surface and 4 great fissures through the rock's base. What is that? Is that a hammerhead? I think it's a hammerhead. I could be mistaken, though. Yeah, that feels hammerheadish. Yeah, go back to our old troll net. We got a glowing octopus. This is what we were looking for. This, and a trophy, and whatever this is, a crown of nadir. A fractal gateway reaching beyond the abyss. From its maw whispers a call from below. Crown of thorns, crown of nadir. Glowing octopus. This remarkable octopus emits light from its suckers in a swirling, twinkling pattern. Math of the Deep is really paying off. And we got an entangled crab. Glistening purple strings sprout from solid rock, tying and untying themselves. It's uncomfortable to read. I don't know why. They fall away and wither, making way for new knots. Oh, hey, we have enough lumber now to make a net grid. 2 net spaces. So what do we need to research for Hadel? That's a ways away, so we might have to come back here. I don't know why I can't access Hadel here. Maybe I need something from the collector, like maybe I need more story progress for Hadel. But how do I collect that next thing without... I don't know. I'm gonna buy... I might as well buy this research part. Oh no, I buy them from the fish market. Let's buy a large crab pot. And heck, let's buy... wait, large or hardy? Hardy is 6 days, 4x4. Large is 3 days, 4x4. Or efficient, that's efficient. There was only one hardy. Or there was only one large, rather. And the last thing I would need is an aurora jellyfish, but I know how to get that. I know I got it by trawling, but where's the... But that means I opened up the encyclopedia. So it's at night. So maybe we just wait for night then and head over there. Do we do that? Or is that silly? No, it's not silly. You know what we'll do for the day? We'll go to the... We'll use the explosive. Alright, blow this up. Good. Debris crumbles away. I don't know that we need to do both of them. It feels like there's absolutely no need to do both of them. Refined metal. Because I don't see anything else here. Weirdly enough, I think this is probably the first time I'm doing this. I'm going to rest till nightfall. So we'll rest. There, it's nighttime. Let's wake up, and now we will head to the research station. Is this stale or rotten yet? No, stale. So hopefully we can catch one of these by trawling. There we go, aurora jellyfish. Perfect. Let's turn this in. Hopefully she won't mind being woken up. Wakey, wakey, researcher. Nope, not that. The specimens you're after here. We got the glowing one there. And we got the aurora jellyfish here. Well, thank you. Looks like if you've caught all the research surface specimens I need. But I do need some from deeper down, but that'll be a problem. I don't have the... This is how I get it. I don't have the equipment to catch anything deeper anyway. I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone. This was over in the other research outpost before the attack. That's the prototype we saw. I have an idea of how to keep the creature at bay long enough to collect those samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully. I suggest you go during the day. Wouldn't want you to be on the reef at night. It's funny because the reef hasn't felt unusually dangerous at night. It's felt about the same. But I will trust her. Laboratory. Laboratories in ruins. Yeah, babe, yeah. So we're opening the... Where was this? Equipment on the table. So this is the prototype parts. A jumble of wires and winches. You stow the prototype parts on board. Let's leave. I don't know how I missed this before, but maybe this comes up later, or I just missed it. Another research part. Back to the old fortress. Let's not go the short way. Let's go the long way around. The way where we are less likely to get squidded. I have those prototype parts you asked for. Excellent, let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to catch specimens from much greater depths. It's a little slow, aw crap. But you may be able to make some improvements. Thank you. Can you install it? You can. Huh. Okay. Do it. Trollnet, go away. Now I've developed a repulsion machine that produces a bright light and emits a high-pitched noise. It should deter the creature from attacking. Or enrage it, I'm not sure. Connected, this is the danger of not testing. I guess I'm the beta tester. Connected to the research... Wait, get away. Connected to the research outpost generator. You'll have to return and re-engage it every few hours, but other than that, it's completely automated. A complicated-looking piece of equipment with lights and a loudspeaker. You're not quite sure which way it should be facing. Needs to be attached to a generator. Pop you there. Great, now take a look at the list of specimens. Remember, you'll want to install and activate the machine before attempting to collect these. The angler is there. Oh, look at these. All these. I wonder if that's the angler that's been chasing me. Probably not. You might also need to improve that equipment I gave you to catch some of these. I don't know what that means. Improve the equipment to catch some of these. Oh, look at that. Look at the aurora there. Or I don't know if that's the aurora or something else. So now what does this give me? What is this? Sampling device abyssal. Custom device designed from the research. It's inefficient, but should allow me to harvest some samples from the depths. I'll bet I can spend research parts to upgrade it now. That's what it's for. All right, so where was that spot? Here. Hell yeah. Loose jaw. Oh god, you're like a real fish, aren't you? With red searchlights below its eyes, this predator hunts with needle-like teeth. Its stomach can expand to hold prey larger than itself. Of friggin' course it can. Alright, we'll rest here for now. Look at that, all the lights going in the sky there. I guess it's the Stellar Basin. The place is known for that sort of thing. Is this now? Yes, so now this is open. So the bottomless lines here, an improvement on the sampling device. This should at least operate at a reasonable speed. Good. That's what we wanted. And this goes for abyssal, hadal, and oceanic. But this will be great for now. So now this is Abyssal and Hadal plus 38%. The thing we got rid of is what? Is just Abyssal, not Hadal also, and this is 11%. I don't think this is the next thing we're going to go for, though. I think we're still going to stick with pushing towards the twin jet drive engine. I actually like the storytelling of the Crown of Thorns as a destructive pest, because it's such a it just takes up space and doesn't sell for much. It's so bad the cost per square is so bad that it has that feeling to me of a destructive pest. I love that we can now get Hadal stuff. What is this? A gulper eel. Yeah, they just get worse and worse. Few humans have ever seen this eel. Its great gulping jaw can open wider than the length of its body. Lovely. I don't really have a choice but to deplete it. I mean, it only has one thing in it. I think it's just supposed to be a pretty rare spawn fish, maybe? And these are like anglers. Dangling a bright lure in front of its open mouth, this deep-sea predator preys on the curious. It's gotten me a few times. It's a generator. Now we can access the generator here. The researcher's repulsion machine could be connected to the outpost's generator. Repulsion machine. Yeah, here we go. A small object rolls out from under the generator covered in dry salt. Okay. Research part. Thank you. Activate the machine. Let's say not right now, because I want to get set up first a bit more. Do I have storage here? I don't. Let me clear some space. I do want to make a trip back to Hound just to sell them, because I think I want to make it, because I'm curious what these things sell for, at least once. And again, weirdly enough, the inside of the Stellar Basin has thus far been relatively safe to traverse around at night. Maybe it's even just because this frigging monster in the middle of it is keeping things away. How much do you sell for? So the angler fish sells for 50 a pop. That's pretty good. Gulper eel for almost 300. Yeah, glad I came here. We're resting at the research outpost, so let's try this out. How do we do this? Activate the machine. Yeah, let's see what this is like. Hums and whirs to life. A few seconds later, a bright light shoots from the top and an alarm begins blaring. This should keep the creature at bay for a time at least. So I think first things first is we want to shoot into the middle of this. Yeah, to the red light, because this is the primary starting point here. Yeah, relic discovered. Good. Do we dare anything else? Keep bringing. A sextant, excellent. We got a snail fish. Excellent, whatever this is. I hear the ringing still. It stopped. I'm getting out. That's an awfully red light. Oh, no, because it's sunset. Whew. We did it. That was a long time. It lasted for a lot of the day. All right, snailfish. Adapted to suit the high-pressure environment of the deep, this fish begins to implode as it's dragged to the surface. Now I feel bad. Giant amphipod. It's only 2 spots. I guess it's big for an amphipod. After spending years scavenging fallen carcasses on the ocean floor, this crustacean has grown extremely large. Sorry, tech issues. Okay. And then sextant, a surprisingly intact navigational tool. Its complex mechanisms have seized up, but could still be valuable to the right dealer, so it's a sell item. And this is the big one, a jewel-encrusted band. Golden band large enough to fit around a child's waist. All manner of gemstones are affixed to it, seemingly at random. These must have been things that were pulled up in the coffin, I guess, in the sarcophagus. I don't know what the commonality here is. But let's get to Starlight Pontoon. We got Medusa octopus. We could toss the glowing one overboard. Medusa octopus, 8 snapping mouths. Oh god, I just noticed those. There's no face, all the mouths are on the tentacle ends. 8 snapping mouths crawl over at each other at the behest of a silent master. And we got a seizing snailfish. Fingers of flesh hold teeth on their tips. A grasping grip that feels through the dark depths. Just when in doubt, put on more mouths in places where there shouldn't be more mouths. I think I'm just going to head to the collector and see what they say. Trophy earned, the bond. You walk in and place the jewel-encrusted ring on a table by the collector. His eyes widen. We're certainly making excellent progress now, and I know what you're thinking. An item like this would fetch a fortune at any auction, but for us, its value transcends material wealth. Regardless, you are due a reward. He opens the crimson book, its spine cracking audibly. Selecting a page carefully, he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled, as though he's speaking through a thick haze. Ability unlocked, Banish. Fire off a blazing light that dispels and protects. You hear the growling, crackling in your ears. Suddenly your vision flares and both of your ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. I've been thinking more on where we might find another. I can imagine all manner of detritus swallowed by the silty muck of Twisted Strands channels. It's worth investigating. Thank you. You'll mark a spot on the map. What do you know about the old mayor of Little Marrow? I have been curious about this for a while. That stuttering old fool. Yes, I knew him. He'd join us on the water sometimes, but more hindrance than help. He never seemed entirely with it. I can't imagine he has fared too well since I last saw him. No, he has not. What will you do once you have all the relics? He ponders for a moment. It's surprising, isn't it? The attachments we hold towards simple objects. But they are anything but simple. Seemingly mute articles can speak in different ways. If I showed you your childhood toy, you would be awash with forgotten memories. They hold the power to recall that was what was once lost. Are you trying to summon Cthulhu? You might be trying. I'm afraid you're trying to summon Cthulhu. Yeah, so Twisted Strand is next. I'm gonna do another. Let's see. What does this thing do? What does the banish thing do? Banish. The banishing words will provide you a temporary protection from most things. If spoken swiftly enough, they can be used defensively. Choose your moment carefully. The more they are spoken, the more they are understood. So we can use it for a limited version of Get Away From Me. That sounds helpful. It also makes me feel like we're going to be attacked more in the coming section. Nope, nope. Yeah, banish. You dispel evil for a time. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it raises my panic, like, a lot. Significantly, so there's a real downside to it. And it lasts for a little bit now, and then it goes away. And it's on cooldown. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go clear some stuff up at the trader and just check in at Greater Marrow after I rest. Just selling a bunch of stuff, cash for gold. How much does the boot sell for? 51. I think that's all the trash I have here, the trinkets I have to sell here. Almost. These and spectacles. The lighthouse keeper approaches... Back to Greater Marrow. The lighthouse keeper approaches you on the dock wearing a questioning expression. You must have been around most of the islands by now. Have you found whatever it is you're looking for? I'm not sure. I mean, the answer is probably not. Let's say almost. Almost. She shifts her weight and leans hard against her staff. How can you be so sure? The last time you thought you knew, and look what happened. She turns from you, shaking her head and muttering. Heads back towards the lighthouse. The last time... Is she talking about... No, she... Is this one of those things where I'm trapped in a cycle? Where, like, I was the old mayor, or I was something like that? Is something like that going on? Also, the bottomless lines it hits me are terribly placed. Like, really badly placed. So let's change that. Uninstall you, and I think I want to... Whoop. I think even this is better. Neither is great, but this seems... Maybe it doesn't make a difference. Lighthouse Keeper. Okay, I've been finding relics for the Collector. Relics, Collector? I'm not sure what you're hoping to achieve with this character. I don't know either. I'm just getting him stuff and getting weird powers. Do you even know? Have you stopped to consider it? I have, and all I can think of is that I'm doing something really bad. And I trust her far more than the Collector. Mayor, nothing new from you. Maybe we should go clear up some of these abyssal locations I've found around here. Because there was an abyssal spot that was right in the heart of that, like, under the waterfall. You know, I'm gonna get the banish set up just in case. But we are gonna fish. There was only one fish available. It was an oar fish. A splendorous, crested sea serpent. The length of its massive body catches the light shimmering with iridescence. I don't know if I should get rid of it. Maybe I should keep it here? In case I want to try it, because that's got to be, like, this thing must have an aberration version, and that's got to be almost impossible to... No, there is no aberration. There's no aberration version of the oarfish. Okay. I really want to test this out and see how the things react to it. It's coming, but where? Yeah, there it is. This will be relative... There. Yeah, and it's just moving on its way. It's not freaking out. It's just not coming near me. That's really cool. And the panic isn't forever. The panic does kind of go away. I'm going to try heading to the other sections there. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Let's see what this this serpent sells for. Yeah, the eye seems to not be going down, so it's probably like automatically stuck at a minimum level of panic until I rest.
Ah.
You buy this for 300 bucks. Thank you for your business. So this is another of those abyssal ones, right? Yeah. A ghost shark? Okay. Sometimes called the chimera, this phantom of the deep lacks the teeth of other sharks, instead having 3 boning grinding plates fused to its skull. Why is that worse than teeth? Neither of them is like a pleasant way to encounter a creature. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's talk to the golden thing here. Oh, it does have aberrations. You approach a hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except for a pair of withered and blackened hands. Fishermen, deep, calls, respond. Their voice gurgles with the sound of fluid in their lungs. In answer. They hold out a scroll and tap a shape depicted. Looks like a red snapper. Alright, we can do a red snapper. Oh, shoot! I was supposed to bring the oarfish to the traveling merchant, not sell it. The gulper eel, too. I really hope those aren't one-off things. Did I screw myself on this? I just completely forgot about this one. Oh, that feels terrible. Gulper eel. I just sold the gulper eel. I think I'm just screwed on this. I think I'm probably just screwed on this. Because there was no aberrations for it. And it was hidden. Which the no aberrations thing is the biggest, which tells me I had one chance to catch it. Oh well. That's what happens on blind playthroughs. You mess stuff up. Let's find a red snapper. Oh. How about right here? They rip through the throat of the fish and tear out its heart. It's in their mouth before you have time to process what you just saw. A sacrifice. A fangtooth now. These are the ones that come from wait, am I thinking of the perches? It's abyssal from Stellar Basin. I didn't see it. Is it just this thing? Because I marked something there. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's the abyssal thing. Yeah, this has got to be it. Maybe? Yeah! Fangtooth. Fangtooth, here we go. They bring the small fish up to their mouth and bite it where the heart is. Their cracked lips part to reveal a row of sharpened teeth. Sense an opening. They unfurl the final scroll showing a blue crab. Now, is blue crab the one... I think that was the Stellar Basin one. Yeah, Stellar Basin one. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Latching snapper we got. Swollen flesh folds back from its eyes. Cracked lips bleed through mounted scar tissue. Anyone else hungry? Oh, and this research part lets me finish something off. Finish off the twin jet drive engine, which I can now buy at not the floating dock. I always get those mixed up. Can I even use this? I think I can. A further improvement on the basic jet drive engine, this unit has 2 intakes for additional power. Bring you here. And so the question then is whether it's better to have 2 jet drive engines here or a single. So this would be 19 knots versus the improved is 15. Was there anything better I had? Peculiar was 14. Yeah, so we definitely want to buy the best use of 2 spots is the 2 jet drive engines. Oh, no time to linger trophy. Combined engine speed of 75 knots. There we are, there's that blue crab. Have a blue crab. They crack and bend the crab's legs apart and feast on the flesh inside. That's kind of just how you eat a crab, though. Lips still covered in crab flesh. They take a book from their robe and hand it to you. Answer given. We await summons. They cross their arms and appear to fall into a deep sleep. All right. Advanced fishing. Yeah, we'll read that. But that's also where we're going to wrap it up for today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and we'll continue next time towards, I guess, towards the Twisted Strand. I guess let me know if there's some, if there's something like major I missed on the Stellar Basin, because I'm about to leave it behind, I think. And I think I explored it, but I could be mistaken. And yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.